Good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu swears in tasks newly elected chairman, vice chairman across local governments, LCDAs in Lagos on grassroots development. Federal government unveils 10 million naira support fund for tertiary institution staff. On the foreign scene, Israel begins 10-hour military pause in parts of Gaza to allow aid deliveries. And in sport, Nigeria's D Tigers aim to seal group with victory over Mozambique in 2025 FIBA Women's Afrobasket Tournament in Abidjan. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in newly elected chairman and vice chairman for the 20 local government and 37 local council development areas LCDAs of the state at the Lagos House, Ikeja. Speaking at the event, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu urged the newly elected chairman beyond lip service to hit the ground running through provision of infrastructure, ensuring safer roads, healthy environment, youth engagement, inclusive governance. Governor Sanwo-Olu also enjoined them to be visible and accessible, use the autonomy granted them wisely, guard it with transparency while embracing the Themes Plus developmental agenda.
Under grassroots development, you are now the chairman of the office. You are the chairman of the people in the tier of government that is closest to our people. Every road you fix, every child you help to stay in school, every water or borehole that you commission, every youth center that you empower, every market that you do is part of your legacy. Lagos is counting on you to bring development to every street, to every ward, to every community.
Earlier, Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Bolaji Roberts, commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his unwavering commitment to democracy at the grassroots and ensuring a credible and transparent local government election across the state.
Your victories at the poll is a testament to your grassroots acceptance and the confidence the people have reposed in you. The credibility of your margins, anchor on transparency and broad-based support is what has culminated in the swearing-in exercise we are gathered here to witness today.
In a vote of assurance on behalf of the newly elected chairman, the chairman of Ibejuleke local government area, Sheson Lowa, commended Governor Sanwo-Olu, the party, for purposeful-driven leadership, pledging to justify the mandate given them by delivering impactful grassroots governance.
We pledge to justify this trust by working tirelessly over the next 4 years to deliver impactful grassroots governance to further solidify our party's reputation. We also commend Mr. Governor and our party leaders for upholding Lagos' tradition of uninterrupted democratic local governance, as established by our visionary leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR.
Our correspondent Adiola Akindele reports that the council chairmen are expected to stir the sheep at the grassroots in the next 4 years. In its unwavering commitment to combating possible cholera outbreak in Lagos State, especially flood-prone areas, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency LASEPA, in collaboration with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization UNIDO and the government of Japan, has organized a public awareness and sensitization seminar for informal food and water vendors as well as waste workers in Lagos. The event, held at the Lagos City Centre, Sura, Lagos Island, is part of the UNIDO project 240236 themed Emergency Capacity Building of Informal Food and Water Vendors and Waste Workers in Flood-Affected Lagos to combat cholera outbreaks. Speaking at the event, Permanent Secretary, Office of Environmental Services, Omobolaji Gaji, emphasized the health risks associated with cholera, identifying key symptoms such as stooling, vomiting, dehydration, and fatigue, which may lead to death if not addressed swiftly. Gaji, who was represented by a director at the Lagos State Ministry of Environment, Aino Falaye, noted that cholera is commonly caused by contaminated food and water and underscored the importance of proper environmental sanitation, personal hygiene, and safe food and water handling practices. In his address, the General Manager of LASEPA, Dele Agadumo, explained that the sensitization is an international partnership with UNIDO for cholera prevention funded by the government of Japan. Agadumo noted that food and water vendors had been identified as key players in the transmission cycle, as many of them were found to use contaminated water in food and beverage preparation. He added that the campaign has already covered Ikorodu and now Lagos Island, with plans to reach other local government areas in the coming months. Lagos State Government, through the Center for Rural Development, CEROD, has trained another set of youths in the rural communities in Ekwe, Ikorodu, Eredu, and its environs on digital skills, branding, and online marketing. Special Advisor to the Governor on Rural Development, Dele Agadumo, stressed the determination of the current administration in ensuring the people of the rural communities in Lagos State are not neglected in the rapidly evolving global digital transformation and its attendant socio-economic benefits. Dele Agadumo opined that the training is aimed at equipping the participants with the necessary skills and knowledge to enable them compete within the digital space, create a unique brand identity for their products and services, and expand their market reach. Director of CEROD, Musibao Balogun, advised participants to take advantage of the new skills that will be acquired during the training to expand the frontiers of their trade and businesses, improve their lives and livelihoods, and contribute to the growth of the state's economy. The federal government has set a goal to generate over 2 million jobs across Nigeria through its Renewed Hope social housing program, aimed at addressing the country's housing deficit and creating economic opportunities for citizens. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Akme Dangiwa, made this known during a working session with the House of Representatives Committee on Housing and Habitat at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja. Dangiwa explained that the Renewed Hope social housing program is a flagship initiative designed to provide affordable homes for low-income earners, vulnerable groups, the unemployed, and internally displaced persons. According to him, 100 housing units will be constructed in each of the 774 local government areas across the country. Dangiwa noted that the housing initiative will generate over 2 million jobs, breaking it down as 25 persons per job, 27 jobs per location, and 77,400 locations. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has launched a loan fund to support staff of tertiary institutions. The fund, known as the Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund, TISSF, is designed to enhance the welfare and professional development of academic and non-academic staff in universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. Director of Press at the Federal Ministry of Education, Folashade Buriowo, in a statement revealed that each academic and non-academic staff member will be eligible to receive up to 10 million naira, capped at 33.3% of their gross annual salary. According to the statement, eligible users include transportation, medical support, and micro-enterprise ventures such as poultry farming. It adds that the program will be implemented in partnership with the Bank of Industry, which will manage the disbursement process to ensure transparency, accountability, and effective delivery. The Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, has agreed to suspend the proposed strike over the new circular issued by the National Salary, Income and Wages Commission on reviewed allowances for medical and dental officers in the Federal Public Service, and to give the government another 21 days to address the issues in contention. Meanwhile, the association has signed another Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) with the federal government on implementation of agreements reached on adjustment of salary packages and consolidated medical salary structure (CONMES) for medical and dental practitioners in Nigeria, among others, just as the Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, has invited the association to a meeting to find out their grievances. The NMA had on July 2, 2025, rejected the new circular issued by the National Salary, Income and Wages Commission on reviewed allowances for medical and dental officers in the Federal Public Service, describing it as a violation of previous collective bargaining agreements. The association, while calling for immediate intervention by President Bola Tinubu, gave the government a 21-day ultimatum to come up with a new circular that reflects previous agreements reached between the duo to avert disruption in the health services rendered to the Nigerian people. President of the NMA, Bala Audu, noted that the circular is grossly misleading and constitutes a flagrant violation of the spirit and letter of the agreements painstakingly reached during the collective bargaining process between the NMA and the federal government. Today is World Hepatitis Day. This day is observed annually to raise awareness about viral hepatitis, a serious liver disease, and to promote prevention, testing, and treatment. World Hepatitis Day is an opportunity to step up national and international efforts on hepatitis, encourage actions and engagement by individuals, partners, and the public, and highlight the need for a greater global response as outlined in the World Health Organization's Global Hepatitis Report of 2017. The date, July 28, was chosen because it is the birthday of Nobel Prize-winning scientist Dr. Barack Blumberg, who discovered hepatitis B virus and developed a diagnostic test and vaccine for the virus. This year's theme, Hepatitis, Let's Break It Down, calls for urgent action to dismantle the financial, social, and systemic barriers, including stigma that stands in the way of hepatitis elimination and liver cancer prevention. And now to foreign news. Israel's second 10-hour pause in military activity has commenced in parts of Gaza to allow aid deliveries. The pause comes after aid agencies warned of mass starvation across Gaza as the World Health Organization said malnutrition had reached alarming levels. The United Nations welcomed the new aid measures, which it said included lifting customs barriers on aid from Egypt and reported secure routes for convoys. The UN also said the action needed to be sustained and that there must be no more attacks on people gathering for food. Some aid was also airdropped into Gaza at the weekend, but it was a tiny fraction of Gazans' daily needs. Now to sports. Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigers, will look to build on their dominant opening performance when they take on Mozambique in their second Group D fixture of the 2025 FIBA Women's AfroBasket Tournament in Abidjan today. The match, scheduled for 4 p.m. Nigerian time at the Palais des Sports de Trècheville, offers coach Rena Wakama's side a chance to seal qualification to the quarterfinals with a game to spare. Fresh from a resounding 92-45 victory over Rwanda on Saturday, the six-time African champions will help to maintain their unbeaten streak in the competition. Nigeria have not lost a game at the Women's AfroBasket since the semi-final stage of the 2015 edition. The D Tigers are eyeing a record-extending 7th continental title and remain on course if their opening performance is anything to go by. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has congratulated the Super Falcons of Nigeria on their victory at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. The governor hailed the senior female national team for securing their record 10th continental title. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a statement issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akoshile, described the victory against Morocco's Atlas Lionesses as a testament to the determination, resilience, and commitment of the Super Falcons to winning the WAFCON Cup in Rabat. The governor praised the Super Falcons players and technical crew for their brilliant performance and for making Nigeria proud during the drama-filled final on Saturday night. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, stay alive. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration deployed traffic lights and CCTV cameras in strategic places in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, try the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in newly elected chairman and vice chairman for the 20 local government and 37 local council development areas LCDAs of the state at the Lagos House, Ikeja. The federal government has launched a loan fund to support staff of tertiary institutions. The fund, known as the Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund, TISSF, is designed to enhance the welfare and professional development of academic and non-academic staff in universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. We also told you that Israel's second 10-hour pause in military activity has commenced in parts of Gaza to allow aid deliveries. And in sport, Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigers, will look to build on their dominant opening performance when they take on Mozambique in their second Group D fixture of the 2025 FIBA Women's AfroBasket Tournament in Abidjan today. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fabolagun. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.